What? This is new. I haven't seen you cook your steak like this.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode. We are out here at Lake Fayetteville camping, and I told you I'd give y'all a rundown of my rooftop tent. I did a time lapse. I'm going to insert the time lapse of me setting it up. It was a pretty quick process. Took me about 5 minutes because it was the first time I actually fully set it up. It's pretty solid. The platform is pretty good. Like I said, for $600, I could not beat it. I could not beat this at all. It mounts to my truck good. It's fully set up. We've got camp. We just ate dinner. I used my little grate. We cooked some steaks and some bell peppers on it. And basically we don't even have a sleeping bag. What we did was, what I do to keep warm is when I was in survival school, when I was back when a game warden degree, they taught us, and we learned that it does not matter how many layers you have on top of you. If the ground you were sleeping on is cold, you're going to have a long, miserable night. So what we do in here is, I'll show you when we go up in here in a minute, but you have your sleeping pad that comes with the rooftop tent. We put an egg crate. I put the electric blanket down. You can get them at Walmart for like $30. Then I put a sheet on top of that, and then we got 2 comforters. And it keeps us warm. It's pretty warm. Let me get some light here. Hold on. This is really unprepared. But this is the entrance. Let me crawl up. As you come up in the tent, as you can see, it's pretty freaking roomy. I mean, we got the second comforter, everything. It's gonna be nice and toasty. We've got the rain flies open with these little bars and stuff. It's not that bad, but and then down here at the base, I got this little black mat so we can take our shoes off and not track dirt up in there or anything like so. Like I said, it's a pretty neat little ordeal. I enjoy bringing you guys on like this. We got a campfire. We're just gonna make some marshmallows. Hey, that would be a good marshmallow stick. You threw it in the fire, too late. And then
Sticks on the bench.
I got you. Yeah. Well, and since we're not overlanding, this is our first night in here. We just came to a little campsite near Lake Fayetteville down here in Texas. And since we have RV hookups, I strung up some little lights. It's a pretty neat little setup, I think. I mean, got them all strung out around the truck. Let me back up so you can see this. All underneath the rooftop tent. Rooftop tent came with a LED strip, and that sucker is too freaking bright. So we just left it. But yeah, this is our setup. In the morning, we'll cook breakfast together, and I'll show y'all just a good, simple campsite breakfast that's really good. I regret not bringing my bass boat, but hey, that's okay. This whole trip was to test out the rooftop tent. It's about 55 degrees. It feels really nice down here.
Great outdoor.
Yes, what she said. Well, it was an interesting night of sleep. It was pretty warm all night long. There was a couple times where it'd get cold. This is super foggy. I'll let it unfog when I get outside, but it got really, really cold. I wake up, turn this on for about 5 minutes, it'd heat this sucker up really, really hot. Go right back to sleep. But
Our electric blanket doesn't work, but it's because it's old.
I get to get a new one. Oh, man.
Cold?
No, it actually feels pretty good. That beats the heck out of sleeping on the ground. Had to wrestle some raccoons last night. They tried to steal my bacon, so I fought them with a twig. But
tried stealing the bacon?
Yeah, I had to fight him off with a twig. You not hear me yelling? I'm just kidding. You see, most people try to tell you how to start a fire. We have to have the kindling and the logs and all that good stuff. I'm here to tell you that you don't. All you need is a good deal of lighter fluid. And just soak that bad boy. Here at camp, we only cook 3 things for breakfast: bacon, eggs, and hash browns. Breakfast is up. I'll wait for that coffee to boil. That is why you have a protective cover of some sort. I mean, yeah, this is UV, but it also protects. That's why you have it on there. I mean, if it wasn't this lens, it could have been this one. But anyway, we're packing up camp, putting everything up. We're gonna go take showers, letting the coffee cool down for a minute. It's been fun. It's been a really good experience. Let me show you what we're rocking here. Got the wife over there cleaning the dishes, but we got the rooftop tent. As you can tell, it just sits on these little brackets, bolts out of the bed bar, folds open. It's supported by here. Got a pretty good night's sleep. The only time we'd ever wake up is when one of us would roll over or something like that. We just use these straps to string up lights, just to give some lighting around the truck, which is nice because you're not over here with flashlights looking at stuff. It's very dim, so it doesn't like blind you either. But all my camping gear, I store in these sportsman's trunks. They're usually about $45-50, but if you wait till certain times of year, you get them on sale for $25 a piece. That's what we did. So I have one made for all my cooking stuff. This is the bin I take duck hunting to because we also cook breakfast in the blind. So I've got a big pot with some bowls, some olive oil, crackers, Montreal steak seasoning. It's like a salt and pepper mixture. You can put it on literally anything and it tastes so good. I put it on my eggs this morning and my hash browns. Whew, it was delicious. I just have your normal 2-burner Coleman stove. Little tip: every time you use it, always wipe it down, because the next time you pull it off, if you don't wipe it down, it's going to be greasy and nasty and you're just not going to want to touch it. And then I also carry a deal of coffee, usually 2 to 3 deals of propane at a time in here, because I have my buddy heater and I use this, and then all just secures in this trunk. And in that one, I don't even know why I brought that other trunk, but that other trunk is like, I've had that one for about 7 years now. It's my solo camping deal. Inside of it, I have like my my hammock, my sleeping bag, rope to string my hammock up, stuff like that. I just brought it because out of habit, hey, we're going camping, throw it in there. I'm not used to having this thing. Up in here, let's take a trip. Alrighty, inside the tent, I will say, when you use this on a cold night with you and whoever's in there, you breathe hot air and you keep it warmer in there than the outside air, so it's going to get condensation built up on the walls. Right now we're just letting it air out before I leave. Got my buddy heater in here. What you want to do with this little sucker is you don't want to leave it running all night long. You turn it on and within maybe 5 minutes, it was about 75 degrees in there and it was pretty hot. But yeah, no, it's, as you can tell, we got these little things to string it up, let it air out. So before we leave, we had 2 comforters, an electric blanket, and the sleeping pad, and we threw another little egg crate in there, which helped. It helped all right. But yeah, this is our setup, and all of it's just sitting on my 2019 Tacoma. And another cool thing too is I don't ever use this stuff at campgrounds. I always have my own like this, and you can always just wipe it off, throw it in a truck, set over your fire. You got a skillet and a little grate. That's the one I did on the review yesterday. And then another thing too, if you're cooking over a fire, you have your logs, but sometimes that's not always hot enough. So what you want to do is get yourself a little bag of charcoal. What that does, I think it helps build heat inside that fire, because them charcoals will get hot and they'll stay hot for a long time. But yeah, no, other than that, that's our camping setup. You usually run a soft pack and a hard bison cooler. So I can't, those have been really good. I can't complain about those. You already know my truck set up with the axe and the traction boards. This time we haven't had to use them. As you can tell, we're just sitting on a flat piece of concrete. Like I said, this trip was just to try out the rooftop tent and see how it is, because I've never slept in one. I just went on a limb and bought one. I don't recommend that, but it was either that or buy a ground tent, then save it for one. And I was like, you know what, let's just pull the trigger now and do it. And I like it better. I don't like it as much as I like sleeping in a hammock, but I like it better in a ground tent because that is a flat surface. You won't find that random rock that you forgot that's hitting you in the back. You don't have to carry an air mattress or nothing. You just keep and then all the blankets in there, you just make sure they're flat, fold it all up, tuck it in, zip it down, you're good to go. You don't have to do anything as far as deflate the mattress, pull it out. You just leave it all in there. But yeah, this is our camp setup. It's been a fun time. You know, the wife liked it. How did you like sleeping in the tent?
I loved it. It was fun.
How's your back feeling?
It was alright.
Better.
I'm just a pregnant lady that has back issues and backache, so. But other than that, it feels great.
So,
I loved it.
There we go.
Warm.
Yeah, it stays warm. The material is really thick and durable, so it doesn't. I say it doesn't breathe very well. It breathes. So, but yep, that is our camp setup. We're gonna pack up, take showers, let the fire die down. Little tip about a fire too. Oh, this is my last fire tip. Before you leave, when you put it out, if it's cool enough, you can stick your hand in it and it doesn't burn you. That's how you know you can leave it and won't catch anything on fire. So we will. That's our setup. Hope y'all enjoy the video. Please like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want to do. We will see you on the next one. Adios.